today is May 8th, 24, and we're gonna do an AC, trying to figure out where the leak is on this 2010 Lexus SUV RX something. Cái này RX 330 hả? 350 luôn hả? RX 350. So the owner says once the Freon is low, the AC stops working. So we have a leak somewhere. So I'm thinking that probably it's the condenser. So what we're gonna do is we're recovering whatever is coming out of this thing, and then we're gonna pump it. We're gonna do a vacuum, and then we're gonna put a dye in there, and then we're gonna charge it to 1.21 pounds of 134A. We're gonna pump it up to 1.21 pounds, and then the high side is right here, and the low side's right there. So when you connect these things, you pull the coupler and you put it down, and you turn this screwed in until you see the high side move up. Once you see the needle moves, then you stop turning. That way you don't damage the valve. Same as on the low side. So right now it's pulling in like 1.25 pounds already. So the idea of why you want to pull everything out to your machine, and when you pump it back, you're doing it by weight. The weight is 1.21 pounds. Now, if you pull everything out and you pump it in, but you use a gauge, like pressure gauge, then you have to be very cognizant of that the temperature right now is probably like 80 degrees or 75. So that temperature, because it's hot, it makes the gauges higher. If it's colder, the gauges go down. So therefore, when you charge using pressure, it's not that accurate versus going by weight. Because it doesn't matter if it's a hot day or cold day, 1.21 pounds is still 1.21 pounds. So that's the logic of using a recovery machine. And also, when it's pulling out, it's also going to figure out how much oil it's going to pull out. So right now I'm starting with 260 millimeters. So if it pulls out oil, it's going to go above 260. Then I add back. So this Toyota one uses ND8 oil. And ND8 oil, I haven't looked it up, but it's probably common, like not common, but like a PAG 46 probably equivalent. I can't confirm that. But ultimately, if this is a hybrid, it could be like ND11 oil, and that's like really special and unique, and it's expensive. So what you want to do is really notice if it's which ND oil it is, and do some research before you just pump in any oil. But because this is not a hybrid, it's probably not going to use the ND11 oil. The idea of ND11 oil is when the engine is stopped running, the electricity turns the AC compressor and makes it wake up, and that's why it needs the ND11 oil, which is the unique oil for this situation. So it says draining oil. So it just went in like a very little bit. Not very noticeable, just a tiny bit. Okay, so we only recover 0.29. Nó hút được 0.3 nha, 0.3 pound. Thì phải nó phải 1.2 lận. 1.21. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna recover. So I'm gonna hit stop. Now I got 8 pounds. Now I'm going to recover. Connect. Hit start. Push start to vacuum. Now we're going to do 15 minutes. So after I finished recovering, Michael, I just went to vacuum and then just hit yes, yes, yes. Then I get to a time. Then if this is like a final one, I might do like 30 minutes or something long. But since I'm just going to suck it out and pump something in for like diagnostic purposes, I'm just going to leave it at 15 minutes. And then I'm just going to hit start or enter. And then it's just going to pull over.